Imagine waking up tomorrow, walking out to your garden with your morning coffee, and finding your prized tomato vine yellow, limp, and completely lifeless. You gave it water, you gave it full sun, you even gave it that expensive organic compost we talked about last season. So, why is it failing? Because you unknowingly planted it next to an enemy that weakened its defenses, leaving it wide open for attack. But what if I told you that by planting just one specific flower next to it, you could create an invisible shield that confuses pests and practically bribes beneficial insects to stand guard? Today, we're not just gardening, we're matchmaking. We are going to cover the 12 companion planting duos that turn your garden into a fortress, starting with the hero pair that saves my harvest every single year. Welcome back to the garden. If you've been struggling with pests, your first instinct might be to reach for a spray bottle, but I want you to put the bottle down. We are going to do something smarter. We are going to build an ecosystem. You see, plants talk to each other. They communicate through chemical signals in the soil, a process called allelopathy. Some use this like chemical warfare to kill their neighbors, but others use it to protect each other. It works in 3 ways. First, scent, masking. Think of it like wearing too much perfume to hide the smell of dinner. The pests literally can't find the buffet. Second, attracting bodyguards. We want plants that call in ladybugs and lacewings to do the dirty work for us. And third, nutrient sharing. So, stick with me, because at the end of this video, I'm going to share a 60-second harmony ritual that will change how you walk through your garden. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's start with the absolute royalty of the garden, tomato and marigold. Now why is this the hero pair? Because tomatoes are dramatic, they are heavy feeders, and they are prone to nematodes, microscopic worms that attack the roots. Enter the marigold, specifically, French marigolds. These aren't just pretty faces, they are working dogs. Their roots release a chemical called alpha-terthionyl. It's essentially a do not enter sign for root knot nematodes. Above ground, that strong, spicy scent creates a fog that confuses aphids and whiteflies. Don't just plant one. I want you to plant a ring of marigolds around your tomato patch. Keep the marigolds about 12 to 18 inches from the base of the tomato. You want the tomato to have airflow, but you want the marigold close enough for its roots to intermingle with the tomato's root zone. It's like giving your tomatoes a pair of sunglasses and a bodyguard. Next up, let's talk about the cucumber patch. So, who is public enemy number 1 here? The cucumber beetle. These guys don't just eat leaves, they transmit bacterial wilt, which is a death sentence for your vine. Meet the nasturtium. In this relationship, the nasturtium is the sacrificial lamb. It sounds harsh, but these peppery flowers act as a trap crop. Aphids and beetles actually prefer the taste of nasturtium over cucumber. Plant nasturtiums 10 inches away from the cucumber base. Let them trail along the ground, while the cucumbers climb. The nasturtiums act as a living mulch, keeping the soil cool, which cucumbers love, while taking the hits from the pests. Now why would a carrot need an onion? Because of the carrot rust fly. This pest sniffs out your carrots from a mile away and lays eggs that turn your beautiful root veggies into mush. But onions smell aggressive. By interplanting them, you are confusing the nose of the fly. It flies right over, thinking, nothing to eat here, just onions. This is a tight squeeze duo. You can plant a row of onions just 6 to 8 inches away from your row of carrots. As the onions grow tall and thin, the carrots fill in the space below. It's an underground space-saving hack that doubles your harvest in the same square footage. This is the most famous duo in the culinary world, and it turns out they are best friends in the soil too. Peppers love humidity, but they hate having wet feet or soggy roots. Basil covers the soil surface, trapping the right amount of humidity and shading the ground to prevent evaporation. Plus, basil repels thrips, mosquitoes, and flies. Some gardeners even swear that growing them together improves the flavor of the pepper. Plant your basil 12 inches from the pepper plant. Don't let the basil get taller than the pepper, or it will steal the sun. Pinch the basil flowers off regularly to keep it bushy and low. This is an ancient technique, part of the Three Sisters method. Corn is a heavy feeder. It sucks nitrogen out of the soil like a milkshake. If you plant corn alone year after year, your soil gets depleted. You need a soil chef. Pole beans are nitrogen fixers. They literally pull nitrogen out of thin air and deposit it into the soil through their roots, feeding the corn. In exchange, the corn provides a natural sturdy ladder for the beans to climb. Plant the corn first. Once it's about 6 inches tall, plant your bean seeds 4 inches away from the stalk. The timing here is critical. If you plant them at the same time, the beans will strangle the corn before it gets strong enough. Potatoes are tough, but they have a nemesis, the Colorado potato beetle. These things can decimate foliage in days. Sweet Alyssum is your secret weapon. These tiny, low-growing flowers attract beneficial wasps and predatory flies. Now I know wasps sound scary, but these are tiny, non-stinging warriors that hunt potato beetle larvae. Use Alyssum as a living carpet. Sow the seeds generously between your potato rows. They have shallow roots, so they won't fight the potatoes for the deep nutrients. They just stay low, look pretty, and run a security detail for your spuds. If you grow cabbage, broccoli, or kale, you know the heartbreak of the cabbage looper worm. One day you have a head of cabbage, the next day you have lace. Dill is the solution, but there is a catch. You must use dill that is flowered. The umbrella-shaped flowers attract parasitic wasps that prey on cabbage worms. Plant dill 12 to 15 inches away from the cabbage. Warning, do not plant dill near your carrots, as they can cross-pollinate and stunt each other. But next to cabbage, it's a match made in heaven. Leaf miners are those annoying bugs that make squiggly white lines on your spinach leaves. It ruins the harvest. Radishes act as another trap crop here. Leaf miners actually prefer radish leaves over spinach. The damage to the radish leaves doesn't really hurt the root vegetable you eat. So the radish takes one for the team while your spinach stays pristine. Alternate rows. 1 row of spinach, 1 row of radishes, spaced about 6 inches apart. Since they both grow fast, you can harvest them around the same time. Have you ever had a squash that started to grow and then just rotted and fell off? That's usually poor pollination. The bees just didn't find the flower in time. Borage is the ultimate bee magnet. Its blue flowers refill with nectar extremely fast, like every 2 minutes, so bees go crazy for it. By planting it near squash, you guarantee the bees will be in the neighborhood when those squash blossoms open. Borage gets big. Plant it at the corner of your squash bed, at least 24 inches away from the main squash vine, so it doesn't get overwhelmed. Eggplants are targeted by the Colorado potato beetle too. They are prone to being eaten alive. Planting bush beans around eggplants helps in 2 ways. First, the nitrogen fixing helps the hungry eggplant. Second, the dense foliage of the beans confuses the beetles, making it harder for them to spot the eggplant stems. Plant a ring of bush beans 12 inches out from the eggplant stem. It creates a green moat that pushes pests away. Lettuce is mostly water, and aphids look at it like a juice box. Chives, members of the onion family, have that sulfur smell that aphids hate. By tucking clumps of chives in between your lettuce heads, you create a scent barrier. You can plant these quite close. Place chives 4 to 6 inches from your lettuce. As a bonus, when you harvest a salad, you can snip some chives right there for the dressing. It's a kitchen garden win-win. Finally, we have the sweet finish. Strawberries are susceptible to worms and bugs that crawl along the soil. Thyme is a powerful aromatic herb. It masks the scent of the sweet fruit, but more importantly, thyme acts as a ground cover. It keeps the weeds down and keeps the moisture in. Plant thyme 8 to 10 inches from strawberry crowns. Let the thyme spread to fill the gaps. It keeps the strawberries off the mud, keeping them cleaner and less prone to rot. Now, before you leave, I want to share the most important part of this process. You can plant all the right pairs, but if you approach your garden with stress, you're missing the point. This is the garden harmony ritual. Next time you go out to plant these duos, I want you to take 60 seconds. Stand barefoot on the soil if you can. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Visualize the roots beneath your feet, connecting, shaking hands, sharing resources. Imagine the scent of the marigolds forming a golden shield around your tomatoes. You aren't just putting plants in dirt, you are conducting an orchestra. You are facilitating a community. Feel that gratitude for the soil that supports it all. When you open your eyes, don't just see a chore. See an ecosystem that you helped create. If you found this helpful, and if you're ready to turn your garden into a fortress, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more Garden Guide. Which of these duos are you going to plant first? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.